Alrighty, welcome back everyone to our third demo of Demo Day, Find Your Next LMS. I'm very pleased to introduce today's third demo with IMC, Scalable Enterprise Training Across Diversified Audiences. Jim McDowell, the Business Development Director for North America at Sheer IMC, is going to guide us through this demo, and Anna Lamore, Head of Product Enablement, will be joining us in the chat to help answer all of our questions. Say hello to Anna, and I'm going to pass it over to Jim to take it away for us.
Thank you, Alexandria. And are you seeing my screen?
Not yet.
Okay, hold on. How about now? Does that work? Can you see me now?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Sorry about that. Little technical difficulties. Yes, thank you, Alexandra. Yes, I am Jim McDowell, the Business Development Director for IMC. I'm very fortunate to lead a team of very extremely capable and talented folks here in North America, as well as being supported by IMC teams across the globe. A little bit about my background. I've been in learning and development a little over 25 years now. I was a management development specialist for Publix. And then after leaving that for the last 17 years, I've been selling LMS solutions and other learning solutions to enterprise clients. I currently live in Savannah, where it snowed last week, which was interesting. And I'm supported today by Anna, who's one of the smartest people I know, who's going to be answering your chat. So with that, I would like to give you just a quick glimpse of IMC by showing you this video. So we are IMC. So a couple other things about our company. We're Europe's leading enterprise platform. We've been in business now 27 years with global rollouts of learning platforms across the world. Our very first customer was Lufthansa Airlines, and they're still a customer today after 27 years. We have a 98% customer retention rate, which we're very proud of, because once we get a customer, we like to keep them. One unique thing about our company is that 25% of all our revenue is reinvested in developing new technologies. And then as those new technologies are developed, we roll those out to our customers with innovation packs 3 or
Hi,
4
Jim.
times a year. Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt. We're seeing the presenter mode right now. Any
Oh,
possibility you can
I
flip this view so we just see one slide at a
know
time?
if I don't know if I can do that or not.
Jim, just go up to
Try.
display settings at the top,
Yeah. Okay.
click on that, and then swap presenter and slideshow.
Oh, who knew? Okay. Sorry
Looks
about that.
great. There we
All
go.
right.
Thanks.
So you're seeing it on the other screen. Okay. Right. Um, Okay, so a little bit about our products and our product lines. Our main product is our IMC Learning Suite, which is our core product. It's a full learning experience portal and an enterprise-grade learning management system, so you really get the best of both worlds with IMC Learning Suite. We have our IMC Studios, which is producing content and digital learning for our customers, including content with gamification elements and simulations. And finally, we have our IMC Express, which is our content creation tool, which uses artificial intelligence to allow SMEs and trainers to quickly and efficiently create award-winning training and content. And speaking of awards, actually, we're getting an award this week from Brandon Hall for our IMC Express learning technology, as well as for our Dialogue GPT, which is a new product that's coming online soon. So stay tuned for that. Many organizations believe that simply offering a training platform to external stakeholders is enough. But today, the real gauge or the real game changer isn't just providing training, it's creating an ecosystem where learning drives tangible business outcomes like higher partner loyalty, better customer retention, and scalable revenue streams. In our experience, those who treat learning as a strategic lever, not just as a compliance exercise, lead the pack in their industries. I realize that training partners and resellers and suppliers seems like a headache, but it doesn't really have to be. What seems to be a challenge can actually be a competitive advantage. And with that, we can help. So if you're a healthcare system, imagine not just making sure business associates are up to date with compliance training, but turning them into ambassadors for your services. If you're a manufacturer, imagine making sure dealers and distributors are knowledgeable about your products and stay aware of changes and improvements. And imagine being able to train people in a headless environment, both on the sales floor and the shop floor. If you're a retailer, imagine engaging with customers in a new way in order to build brand loyalty and increase sales. If you're an association, imagine providing industry-specific compliance and professional training, as well as credentialing programs, even if your association has a global reach. If you're a sales organization, imagine product and sales training measured for tangible results through sophisticated analytics. And finally, if you're a learning organization, imagine having performance tracking and ROI measurements that can prove learning and development's value to the bottom line. At IMC, our IMC Learning Suite is suitable to any scenario, whether you're a B2B, a B2C, or a B2B2C, we have a solution for you. The Learning Suite is scalable across diverse audiences, whether that is a regional or a global audience. So if you're ready to turn your customers and partners into brand ambassadors, sales champions, and more, let's take a look at the IMC Learning Suite. So first of all, this would be your landing page. This is the page to your portal, highly
Jim, I'm
customizable.
sorry.
Pardon,
We
you're
don't
not
see
seeing?
yours. No, you're on the other. You're showing the other screen. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Perfect.
Seeing
Thank
it
you.
now. Sorry about that. Sorry, folks. Anyway, so this is your landing portal, and again, this is highly customizable. Your partners and customers will access that through a URL, which are also customizable. IMC Learning Suite supports multi-tenancy, so you can have unlimited amount of users and roles and landing pages. It will also integrate with existing apps and portals and websites. It's highly configurable, so this is kind of your real estate. So you can configure different tabs, different branding, different colors. You can also customize your messaging so that it fits your audience. Again, because as we look at training partners and customers, you'll have different landing pages for different groups. As you saw in the video, the IMC Learning Suite is built with a responsive design, so it's going to play the same on a cell phone, a tablet, or your laptop, or your desktop at your office. We currently support 44 languages, so your portal can be built with particular language, and as the learners sign in, they'll take their training all across the experience in the language that they chose. We have easy registration, so it's very easy for new learners to sign up by simply clicking on sign up and filling out the information. So as we think about, again, uh, pushing out our training to customers and partners, um, let's think about how we might set up a portal for a supplier. So I'm going to sign in as Jim C, who is a supplier. And we see his customized dashboard. The first thing that Jim is going to see is that he was in the middle of taking this general anti-discrimination training. He can either resume that or he can not. So we're not going to do that today. So you'll see that the Jim is currently involved in an onboarding program. If we click here, we can see the details of his training path in this onboarding. We go back to the dashboard. We can actually open the learning path. The system has the red light, green light functionality, so you'll see that any courses um, that are completed have a green check. Those that are in progress will be yellow. So you can see the various modules that Jim is taking in this onboarding path. And if we click on one of the modules, this is a very, very simple module that has a couple of probably SCORM-based training and a test. He's finished one of the modules, so he's 33% finished. And we'll take a look at a more complicated lesson in a second. So looking at Jim's dashboard again, he has his onboarding program. He has a list of mandatory courses. At a glance, he can see what his progress is for those courses. He has current courses that are assigned to him. Again, looking at his progress. He has a learning path. He has some recommended learning based on his role or his region or where he is, with the particular organization he's with. There's a chance for him to search for particular topics. And at the bottom, there's some favorite material, probably some courses that Jim's looked at over time and would like to take when he gets a chance. The system has a full catalog function. So Jim can look at the catalog and see, first of all the courses, again, based on his role and where he is and his attributes. He can also, on the left-hand side, we have meta tags, so he can search for training by content type, learning mode, enrollments, location, etc. And then we also have a search function. So let's say Jim's interested in sales. He can type in sales and quickly see a course that will fit that need. Going back to the dashboard, we'll look at this course that he's currently involved in. This is excuse me. And here we have a more sophisticated kind of a blended learning um, course that Jim's taking. If we look down the left-hand side, we see information about the course. We see the skills that he'll be able to have once he's finished. See the authors. If there's a forum or a blog, he can log in social media and also see some of the other participants who are taking the training. And as we look at this learning, we see that we have a pretest and an introduction. There's a kickoff workshop. There's some online modules. There's a workshop session that Jim can look at and find a time or a place that's suitable for him, and in which case he can enroll. There's a virtual session, video assignments, some learning exercises, a final assessment, and a chance for feedback. Again, in building courses, all very customizable to what your particular needs are, for that training session. The system also contains learning logic, which is some programmability behind the learning experience, so that you can enforce sequency. So again, that Jim can't take the introduction, can't take the kickoff workshop till he's taking the pretest or the introduction. So you can do that sequentially. You also have the opportunity to test out competency. So let's say that Jim takes the pretest and he scores 50%. Well, obviously he's not reached the requisite criteria for taking this course, so you can cancel and reschedule. And then on the other side, let's say he reaches 80% competency. It may be that he can kind of test out of the introduction and maybe a kickoff workshop. So it gives you the ability to maybe save time and money, particularly in those courses that you have to do year after year. So let's log out. Let's log Jim out, and let's log Linda in. Linda is a reseller, and we're going to see what her custom dashboard is going to look like. So you see, first of all, that the look and feel for Linda is very different than what Jim had. She's got some mandatory training. She has a certification, current courses. She has badges, some recommended learning, and some other contacts. The system gives you the availability to monetize the site. So if you want to make money from courses, then you can, Linda can just add this course to the cart. And just like ordering from Amazon, she goes to the cart, proceeds to check out, puts in her credit card, and then is immediately assigned the training. We're going to remove that because I don't have my credit card with me today, so we'll skip that part. Linda's enrolled in a certification. This is typically a way for if you have an annual certification that requires different elements and different courses have to be completed in order to complete a certification, then that can be done here. If we look at the details, we see that she has several different learning elements within that training, within that certification. She can see her progress, along that line, and she can actually open up an individual course and look at her progress as well. The system also has gamification elements. So we have badges. So Linda can earn badges, based on her achievement. Those badges can then be will appear on her dashboard, as well as being exported out to things like LinkedIn and other social media sites. There's also the chance to like do some gaming if you want to have some healthy competition in your organization. You can actually earn experience points based on the training that you've accomplished. You'll see in this particular exercise that or this particular game that Linda's at level 1. She needs 200 experience points for level 2. And if you have healthy competition in your company, she can also seek where her other learners are. So I want to log Linda out now, and we're going to log in James, who is he's a super admin or a global admin. The first thing we'll see about James is that he has several roles. He's an administrator, he's a trainer, he's a manager, and he's a learner. And he can access each of these roles right from this website or right from this login without having to switch logins. But for today, we're going to look at what he's able to do as a as a super admin or a global admin for the organization. First of all, we see that he has access to all of the users within the organization, both external and internal. And also he has access to all the groups. So as we think about using the learning suite to push out training and learning to partners and customers, we can build landing pages and reporting for those particular groups. So here we have our external users, and we can drill down very far by location, et cetera, to see all of those learners. So Jim, as a super admin, can create learning content, open course overviews, view reports, manage assessments, manage users. But I want to show you one of the neat things about IMC Learning Suite, and that's the easy course creation. So let's say that James needs to create a course on HIPAA. It's that time of year. So he can name the course. We'll call it HIPAA. Oops. And he can put a description here, however long he wants that. He can determine how long the course is available, either in months or years. And he can also upload an image either from an image library or from his computer. And once he has this information in, he can save and continue. And now he can actually build the content or the structure of the course. He can add content through a content library, scrolling through or searching, for a particular course. And this one seems to be appropriate for this course. So you can add that content. You can also create content by browsing for content on his computer. Here's a HIPAA privacy rule Word document that seems appropriate. So we'll add that as well. He can determine the translation for this particular course and then save that. You can also determine if he wants this globally through all the portals, or just wants it local, and we're just going to make it local. And then once he's built the training, then he's able to save this. And now he has a course, and he can now add participants, either individuals by name, or he can also add groups based on job class and roles, etc. So once he's done that, he saves and continues, and he's very quickly created a course that he can push out to learners across the organization. IMC Learning Suite is also built with powerful analytics powered by Microsoft BI. And this gives Jim as a super user and a global admin to analyze the activity within this portal. So if we look here, we can see information at a glance, overdue learners, learners with action needed, etc. And by clicking on one of the quadrants, he gets an expanded look at the training. And as our presentation is dealing primarily today with how do we take our enterprise LMS and use it to not only train people internally, but to train external users like customers and vendors and suppliers and resellers, then the ability to track that training by those groups is important. So we can look at groups. We can look at the training by groups. Here we have our external users. We can also look at training by a particular learner, and also actually by a specific course. We can also look at learners simply by clicking on their name and viewing the details here. So very, very easy to use, and very, very easy to get very granular in your analytics, right down to the individual user as well as groups. another neat thing is our ability to gauge the skills for our groups. And we see here in this skills capacity training, we get an opportunity to look and see the number of folks who've acquired a particular skill, which is extremely important. And if we look at the skills overview, we can, as before, we can get as granular as we want to as it relates to groups and individuals and even profiles and even actual courses. But you also get this large, broader overview where you could see, how many people have acquired a skill, how many people are still working on that acquisition, and who hasn't started. This is very motivating as you're looking to see, is our training having stickiness? Is it actually sticking? So we can look at this at a glance and maybe see that we have a skills gap in a particular location, in which case we can move people around to make sure that, that those needs are being met. Or if you can picture this in a sales training scenario where we pushed out a sales training program and we're able to look very quickly by region based on their sales, whether the training is effective and if it's being affected by the people who do and do not take the training. So again, the IMC Learning Suite is a very powerful, very robust system, a lot of analytics, a lot of reporting, a lot of things that we don't have time to show you now, but we would love to do that in the future. And so with that, I would like to show you a real customer, which is Mercedes-Benz.
Welcome to the new Learning Link, a user-friendly learning solution empowering you to master your professional challenges. Your learning journey begins with single sign-on via Netstar using your GEMS ID. Alternatively, you can also sign on through the LMS landing page. Enjoy your new learning experience. On your personalized dashboard, you find your current trainings, SOE or Tech Path, as well as quick links and news, all of which is automatically defined based on your job profile. When you open the catalog, you can easily find the courses that are determined by your specific training requirements. From the catalog, you can both register and launch directly into an e-learning. Finding your specific training and quarterly recertification requirements has never been easier. No matter what your career path is, at a glance, you see what is needed for your specific job code under each brand. The new development path includes a comprehensive overview of your individual learning path, with recertification due dates, visual status bar, the ability to hide completed courses, and launch courses directly from your development path. The new Learning Link, a flexible solution with the learner in mind. Focused, easy to use and navigate from anywhere at any time.
So Mercedes-Benz was an interesting situation. They came to us at the time. They had 32 different portals they were using across the globe. We were able to consolidate that into one system and using the power of the IMC Learning Suite. And now they're pushing out training and other learning elements across the world. We have some takeaways, but I see that my time is getting pretty close here. So you're going to be able to see, to receive this information when you get the slide deck, and you can look at that. We also have a white paper that you can download. Again, that will be with the deck. When you get it, you'll be able to use the QR code and look at that. And so with that, I appreciate the time I've been able to spend with you today. Sorry for the technical hiccups, but it just happens, I guess, in our world sometime. thank you, Alexandria, for setting this up, and the ATD team. And thank all the participants for being with us today. And here's my contact information. Would love to talk to you about pricing and maybe an extended, more thorough demo, and answer any questions you have. So with that, again, thank you very much. Good afternoon.
Thank you so much, Jim. And thanks, Anna, for answering questions in the chat. If we didn't get to your questions, I know our IMC team has promised that they will follow up and help get those questions answered for you. So thanks for sticking with us and staying engaged with our third demo.